I'm going to just draw attention to Jeff. It's been a long time coming to get to where we're at today. Maybe just bring greetings on behalf of the Toronto Triathlon Festival.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chris. I'll be brief because I know everybody wants to hear the guy sitting next to me, but I want to thank everybody for coming. Like Chris said, this has been a long time coming. We're really happy it's here. A bit surreal that it's here, but we've worked hard. We've had a team behind us to bring the Toronto Triathlon Festival to life, and to get downtown highways in Toronto was not an easy thing, but it's something that we thought we needed to get to create a signature race on the endurance schedule in North America. And really want to thank Triathlon Canada for helping immensely to get this done. Gratified for the relationship we're cultivating, and it's only going to get better. And obviously Simon, who we've known each other for 8 months now or so, and he has been integral to getting this done. As the whole country knows, he's a great man, and he certainly has done a lot to give back to the sport that, as he says, has given him so much. So thank you to Triathlon Canada, and thank you to Simon, and we're really excited about the Toronto Triathlon Festival.
Thanks, Jeff. Stephen, Simon's name's obviously synonymous with a lot of firsts in Canada in the sport of triathlon. Just put all of this into perspective. He's helping launch this first Toronto Triathlon Festival tomorrow. Put it all into perspective of what this means for the sport, for Triathlon Canada.
Well, it's not only for Triathlon Canada, it's for the world. And Simon obviously had a great influence on it from 2000, winning the gold, 2008, the silver, that the hottest ticket in London and the first event to totally sell out in London has been the triathlon. And so that is the big event. It's the fastest growing Olympic sport in the world. We're growing all over Canada, record number of races, record number of people. By Simon being the flag bearer, just going to make it bigger. And having a race in a major city is just so important for us.
Talk a little bit about the goals of Triathlon Canada. A lot of it has been rooted in Western Canada, but really starting to move it out to the east as well.
Well, one of the things that's great about triathlon, it's not just for the elite athletes, it's a sport for life, from the kids of steel, young people doing it, to 80-year-olds doing it. And it's a sport that we're in Triathlon Canada, we're looking at for high-performance athletes. These high-profile events is going to allow us to attract other swimmers and runners into the sport so that we can find the next Simon to come for it. Plus, grow the sport even bigger than it is right now by bringing the Canadian Championships is going to be here for the next 2 years. It's going to be a test event for the Pan American Games, and this will be where the Pan Am Games is going to be in 2015.
Thanks, Stephen. Simon, there's obviously a lot getting ready for your 4th Olympics, but this weekend is really about Toronto. And talk to me, before this flag bearer even came up and going to your 4th Olympics, you really pegged this race on your schedule a long time ago. Why Toronto, and why is it so important for you to be here this weekend?
Oh, it's just such a great opportunity for our sport to be showcased like this in such a spectacular city. I grew up in Kingston, Ontario, but played a lot of sport here in Toronto, and always enjoyed coming to the big city. So it's a dream come true to be able to race on the waterfront again, and to really build it into something that stays here and through Pan Am Games, and the legacy for triathlon, exposing our sport to so many people, and hopefully getting the participation numbers up higher and higher as we. That's our goal, is to get as many people into triathlon and loving the sport and into that lifestyle. And people don't just do triathlon, they learn about nutrition that way, about healthy living, about community, as the triathlon community is a very giving community, it's a great group of people. I just did a fundraiser with the triathlon community out in Victoria, and we raised $5,000 for kids sport. I mean, we did it off 1 week's notice. That's the triathlon community for you, and so for the opportunity for the triathlon community to be in Toronto, showcased on the waterfront, with the spectacular city in the background is really special for us.
And put the last 10 days or so into perspective for us. You've got a lot coming up, and just where your mindset's at right now, heading to London.
I'll be completely honest. It's been train, and focus. There have been little, 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there of whether it's a photo or a radio interview, but the last bit has just been training and loving training, and I spent a huge amount of time with Paul, more time with Paula Finley in the last 2 weeks than I have in the last 3 years, and the camaraderie there is great fun. We're having a great time. We just to give you an idea of what we do. Yesterday we did a 1 hour run together in the morning with Reed Colsat, Olympic marathoner. We went straight out for a ride for 2 hours with Andrew York, the Olympic alternate. And then we went to the pool at 6 o'clock at night, and McMaster brought in 2 swimmers just for us, whole pool to ourselves, 2 coaches on deck, and ran us through a swim workout. And it's great camaraderie. Everybody's excited, and I'm honored to be part of the Olympics. I'm honored to be the flag bearer, but I'm also doing what I love to do, which is focus and train.
Okay, thank you. We're going to take Simon outside after we're done in here for a quick photo op on the deck, but I would like to try and get as many questions as we can here to simplify his time, because he does have to go for a run yet this afternoon. So with that, I'm going to open it up to the floor.
Hi, Simon. Christina Tenelio with CP24. This question is 2 parts. First off, how has the success that Team Canada had in Vancouver influenced the 2012 team?
Oh, I think you find across the board with the Summer Olympians, we took a lot of inspiration from the Winter Olympians. I know Devin Kershaw quite well, and his incredible performance cross-country skiing. Clara Hughes, obviously, I mean, she's transitioning from summer to winter, back to summer, and she continues to amaze. The hockey, the women's hockey, the men's hockey, we took a lot of inspiration from that. You'd be surprised how much that comes up actually with Summer Olympians, and referring to a moment that they saw at the Winter Olympics that really inspired them.
And also, after that success, is there more pressure or continued pressure to own the podium this time around?
I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to that. I pay attention to what they say in real estate: location, location, location. And for me, it's preparation, preparation, preparation. And I don't really pay much attention to the pressure. I simply focus on what I can control, and that's my preparation. Is that the right thing? Location, location.
That's right.
That's right.
Anything else? Yep.
Hi, Simon. Alan Hoods from Yahoo Sports Canada. This being the final tune-up race before London, how do you feel that the race here in Toronto will help you prepare for what's to come beginning next week? And obviously, what do you expect from the London course?
It was great. With the timing of this is terrific for us. Otherwise, you've got to go to Europe early. You've got to get yourself settled there, and between Hamburg, which was today, the race in Hamburg, and London, you have to sort out everything. Whereas I've been training in Hamilton with the Olympic marathoners, and their support has been absolutely unbelievable. And so to be able to tie that together with the race opportunity here in Toronto was perfect for us. So I look forward to getting out on the course. I look forward to having the whole garden of the DVP to roar down just for us, and it's great timing. It sets up well for a London course that is flat and fast, and so my training partner and I tomorrow will get out the front of it as fast as we can and rocket down the garden.
And when it comes to the London course, what exactly do you expect going forward, going into it? Have you raced on it before?
I've raced twice on the London course. It's a good course. All my daughters care is that it goes by the Queen, and I get to wave. I told them I get to wave at the Queen at Buckingham Palace, and they just thought that was the coolest thing in the world. So it's a great course. It showcases London and Hyde Park extremely well, and it's going to be a very exciting, very fast race with 2 very determined young British guys.
Simon, what do you think you being flag bearer means to your sport?
I hadn't actually thought of that until it got brought up. It's great. It's terrific to see our sport on that scale and on that stage. But I think of it more in terms of representing all the Olympians. I think of it as in that case I happen to be a triathlete, but I'm an Olympian and I represent a group of people that sacrifice so much and put so much commitment into getting there, and whether it's the track and field, the judo, the incredible gymnasts, all the hard work they do, and I feel very honored to be able to represent them, but I feel very much part of that team, more than I do, to be honest, with the specific to triathlon. On our race day, it's about triathlon, but for the opening ceremonies, it's about being Olympian, about being Canadian, and waving the flag.
In the middle there? Yep.
Hi, Simon. Cindy Palm from The Sun. This is your 4th Olympics. You've won 2 medals. What kind of expectations do you have? Not a lot of people can compete in 4 Olympics.
Simon, can you move forward?
Oh, sure.
Just on the mic.
My expectations are the same. It's preparation, preparation, preparation. I'm not being coy. I just simply can't control how the others prepare. And let's be honest, there are two young British guys that are absolutely ready to rip up that course. There's a young South African, Richard Murray, that won today, that's all set to go. Gomez, those boys are ready. So all I can do is prepare, 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 and that's what I focus on. I really don't think too much about what the expectations on myself are from others, or I simply prepare.
Yep.
Gustav, you're Lady Press. I was going to ask, but she asked. You haven't won in a couple of years, and this is your fourth Olympics. How do you feel about that? I have a fun question too, which is you're going to be carrying the flag with the team in the first day of the Olympics, and then you're only competing on August 7th. What are you going to be doing on it?
I'll just be hanging out at Notting Hill. We've got a great setup. My coach, John Brown, is British, so he simply he called up the guy that he used to stay with when he was training, and my coach went to 3 Olympic Games and ran the London Marathon many times, and so he has a great setup. We simply called up the person that he trained, he lived with when he was preparing in London, and we're staying at the same house, so it's worked well for him, and hopefully it'll work well for us. I have one day booked on August 3rd, non-negotiable. I'm with my family at the park for a little bit of headspace, and because I want to see my little girls for 3 weeks. And other than that, it's train and put my feet up.
What's your family think about this? I mean, you spoke about your little girls. Maybe you could tell us.
My daughter's my daughter Pippa. I went to her preschool the other day and showed off the medals, and she said in front of everybody, "I like the silver better than the gold." So she doesn't know what she's talking about. For both my kids are 5 and 2, so to them it's exciting to head to London. It's exciting to go with grandma. I think they're just as excited to see their grandparents as they are to see me. So for them it should be quite the adventure. But it was important to my wife and I for them to be there, because it would probably be the last time I go.
Anything else? Just a couple of, did you know Simon is one of 3 athletes that will be competing in this will be his 4th straight triathlon at the Olympics, and the first ever triathlete in the world to carry their country's flag into the opening ceremonies. He'll be diving into the water tomorrow morning at 6:58. It's about a 50-minute race, 55 minutes.
Better set my alarm.